so what is up? How you guys doing? Earth signs, come on in. Let's talk about your fourth week of July. Get into the reading here. I do have a pre-shuffle that we'll get into, starting with Capricorn. But first and foremost, I want to welcome all of my subscribers, welcome all of the new people. Thank y'all so much for being here. To my subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. Sending it back to you, babes. All right, so we're going to start with Capricorn, and then you can look in the comments to get the timestamps for Taurus and Virgo. They will be following. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Yeah, my first video for today. It's been a long night, so I'm a little tongue-tied, but let's get into your reading. All right. Now, Cap, this week, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the energy popping out. Eight of Swords. It's very much being mentally stuck. And this could also lead to you feeling some type of way emotionally. You know, when you get in your head and you get in your thoughts, or if you can't really figure out what's really going on, it does activate those or trigger those feelings of, you know, those emotions as well. So I feel like this week is a week you're going to be feeling a little bit cluttered. You're going to be feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit trying to figure out something and find your way. This is the general storyline. On the bottom, this is about success, victory, winning. So I definitely know that you are trying to, you know, get back out here and continue to goat up the mountain. Yeah, point intended. I know you all are ready to get out here and do your big one. But I feel like this week is a time for you to just take a step back, get you some rest, take a vacation, a day off work. If you can't do that, then just take a moment. But you do need to get as much rest and relaxation as possible this week so that you can declutter your brain, your mental. Okay, so take care of your mental health this week, Capricorn. You are trying to push forward here with this Chariot. Now, Cancer could be significant to you. That's a kind of a different storyline. But for the general storyline, this is like you trying to get in a car and drive to your destination, which would be the intentions, your goals, whatever it is, wherever you're trying to go, right? It's like I'm trying to achieve something. I'm trying to get somewhere. You get in your car, but you don't know where the hell you're going. So you're just going to drive all your gas out. So this is a week for you to take a step back, contemplate. I wouldn't even say contemplate. I would just say take a step back to relax, to give your mind a break. That's what I want to say. All right. So you cannot be trying to push forward. I know, like I said, y'all are ready. Y'all like, let's go. But you will burn out. This is a resting period for you. So, Cap, when you find yourself a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit in your head, a little bit fog brain, take that time to rest. Just settle your brain, quiet your brain to avoid the burnout. All right, slowly and steadily, slow and steady pace wins the race. Okay, so your T for this week is self-care energy. So you need to be taking care of yourself, as we just said. On the bottom is North Node, cosmic, and purpose. So I definitely know that you are trying to fulfill a purpose. There's something that you are definitely setting out to do, and it is the right way to go. I am going to say that, but you definitely, I might need to stop saying that word because it's making me tongue tied. You need to take the time out for yourself. Self-care energy this week. Also, we have healing and inner child coming out as well. On the bottom is attraction, Mars, and it says hot. So a fire sign could be significant to you. I'm hearing something about inner child wounds, but I'm also feeling like this could lead to, this has something to do with a connection between you and someone. For example, you being in a relationship with somebody or a connection with someone kind of triggers some childhood trauma. Okay. But I definitely need to tell you that you need to give yourself that mental break this week. You need to give yourself time to heal, time to recover before you keep trying to drive forward. This is a week for you to take it easy. Okay, straight like that. All right, let's get some advice for you, Cap. Hold on. Advice for you is to get outside in nature. Okay, you need to quiet that brain. You need to get outside. You need to take it all in. It says, I am one with nature. Today, I will appreciate nature at every opportunity. So get you some fresh air this week so that you can get the clarity that you need, so you can see the bigger picture when it comes to how you get to this victory or this win. And that could be in regards to a relationship, a job, income, whatever it is, Kat, that you have been grinding so hard and pushing forward and ready to, accomplish something here. You will find your way, but you're not going to find your way until the dust and the fog settles. Okay, so take this week to get that rest. All right, Kev. Y'all have a good week. Thank you for watching. Y'all finna go. I appreciate it, guys. Bye. All right. So, what's up, Taurus babes? Let's get into your reading. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get into it. So, Taurus, this is a week where you're going to be focused on peace and harmony. Six of Swords is showing up in your energy as your main card. So, whatever type of drama, chaos, mess, anything like that that could occur this week, you are not entertaining it. Okay. I feel like this could be somebody close to you, whether this is a lover, a family member, a friend. I would even say co-workers, regardless of what the unpeaceful, chaotic drama mess could possibly be, you are removing yourself away from it. You are getting out of it. It's like, let me push forward. And that's exactly what you are doing, because you definitely want peace, you want harmony, you want balance. The Six of Pentacles speaks on things being fair. The energy is about equal give and take here. So it's like, if it's not going to be fair, if it's going to disturb my peace, if it's not pouring into me like I'm pouring into it, then I'm getting the hell on. And you are definitely in a rush to do so here with this Knight of Wands. But I will say, whether this is something you are doing or something you need to do, take it as it applies. The Knight of Swords shows up as saying that you need to speak your truth. Okay, this is rushing in to say something and get something off your chest. This is a very impulsive action. So even though this is an impulsive action too, this is more of a, let me just, make a move. I'm gonna just do it. But this brings more mental clarity. This is where you have thought about it. This is where it makes sense. Okay. So if something is unfair, if somebody is being deceptive, if somebody isn't treating you like they should, if you find yourself in a situation that isn't just, okay, whoever, whatever this is. For some of you, this could be a mother figure, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Others of you, just got something to do with a wife or the mother of your kids. Or you could be that mother, because the Empress is also your energy. Taurus and Libra energy together. But I feel like y'all was just so focused on this peace that you're in. I feel like Taurus, y'all are finally, gotten to a place. Y'all finally gotten to a place, Taurus, where life is good, where everything is sweet, where everything is peaceful, where you have done the work to be where you are at now, where you can kind of kick your feet up. All right. But even though that is the case, if there is something that occurs that tries to disturb your peace, don't just run away from it. Address it, speak your truth on it, and be direct about it, I would say, respectfully, of course, and then just leave it where it's at. So you don't want to make an impulsive action without any intention. It's like, if you make a move, you want it to make sense. Okay, so don't just like ghost the situation or make an impulsive action to say something or get the hell out of Dodge. Like, yeah, like I said, you deserve to. Everybody wants equal give and take. So your feelings for that is valid, but don't just run away. Don't just run away. Speak up. All right, now the T is storm, unexpected. As I said, there could be something happening this week that kind of rocks your waters, that ruffles your feathers, and here you go. You're like, I'm getting away from that storm. I'm not dealing with the storm. Now, for some of you, this could be a third party situation. This could be like an ex, past lover, or this could also be something happening at a engagement, an event, a party for you this week. So if you have plans to go to a social gathering, there could be some shit popping off at the gathering. I'm just saying, and you like, oh no, I'm getting up out of here. But at the same time, it has something to do directly with you, so you need to address it. You also had avoidance of stalemate, because that's what you're doing. You're like, I'm going to avoid the situation, I'm going to avoid this person. But speak your truth. Express how you feel. All right? Yeah, truth and expression is here. Don't avoid how you feel by running off. Address it. And we also have reunion and soul ties here, so you definitely could be coming across someone that you've had a connection to before. It feels a little intimate, I must say, but it definitely could be, I can't even get around it. It just feels very intimate. This could be an ex-lover. This could be your person's ex-lover. But if this is about your current connection too, let me say this, because I'm seeing growth in summer here. So once again, we have fire sign energy. With the summer being here, could be a Leo. A Leo could be significant for you. But the reunion, I feel like if this is a connection currently you are in, if you speak up and say how you feel or put it on the table instead of just saying, you know what, I'm gonna just leave this person or I'm gonna just, get the hell out of here. I feel like talking about it and putting shit on the table will definitely help you reconcile. It'll bring some type of resolution, to the relationship that you have, and it will bring some type of growth, some type of expansion here for you in your relationship or your connection. Take it as it applies. But yeah, that's quite it. There's a little messy mess trying to pop off, and you like, yeah, not me, not I. But like I said, it involves you. So don't just turn your back on it. Say what you need to say, do what you need to do. And I think it will solve. There will be some type of resolve by you just speaking up. Something that you're not saying, or something that you feel like you don't have to address. You may feel like it's a waste of your time. But people can't read your mind, so you have to let them know what it is, that you're thinking and how you're feeling. All right, for Taurus, what's the advice for this week? Spirit, please and thank you. Decisions. I consider each of my decisions carefully. I am at peace with the fact that not all of my decisions can bring about the ideal outcome. Okay, so there may be a decision that you want to make. This could be about you moving, relocating, going off to grow or do something else, be with someone else. I don't know. Take it as it applies. It's just coming to me. But when it comes to your decisions, you cannot, how can I say this in a considerable way? You can't worry about what other people think, Taurus. I've told you this before if you've been watching my other videos. This is your life. You do things that make you happy, that, bring you peace, that bring you joy, that add to you. That's what everybody individually should be doing, is making decisions that are best for them, healthy decisions. So you can't always worry about if your decision is going to be okay with someone else. Just speak your truth. Live your truth. That's the decision that you need to make. All right? A decision to love yourself and prioritize yourself and speak up for yourself. Okay, babes, that's what I have for y'all this week. Have a good week, Taurus. Handle your business, and I will see you in the next one. All right? Virgos. Hey, my loves. Hope y'all are doing well. Let's hop into your reading. Now, I'm going to say that this week I am going to give you the general storyline, and I'm going to give you the back storyline because I'm picking up on two different storylines here, but take, of course, what applies and leave the rest. This week is a week of interest for you. This is you doing the research, you looking into something, trying to figure out how to make something happen in a good way, because the Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom. So this would be, for an example, like, okay, well, I want to get a promotion, or I want to find a better job. I want to relocate to a different community, another state. I want to change things around in my life for the good. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is you getting out here, having those thoughts, feeling motivated, but it's like you don't really know where to start, or you don't have enough information about how to make this happen. But I see you doing what you need to do. And if not this week, then that's what you need to be focused on. The Magician here is where you have everything that you need, Virgo, to make this happen. So you may be a student, you may be out here learning something new because you don't have enough information. You don't have what you need at the time to get to this good change of events in your life, Virgo, right now. But if you put in the effort, if you put action behind the words, behind the thoughts, you can manifest what it is you are trying to change. Now, the Seven of Wands is on the bottom of the Magician. So this is where we get a little bit more into a specific storyline. You may have blocked some people. Okay, you may have blocked someone, you may have cut some people off, gotten yourself out of a situation or away from a situation. However that applies, kind of the same thing, right? But this makes me feel like this could be for some of you a love connection. I'm picking up on that because I am also seeing the Two of Cups here with the Judgment. So for that storyline this week, it makes me feel like you start fresh. So it could have been a recent breakup. Yeah, it could have been a recent breakup. A point of no communication right now between you and somebody. I don't know where you at. Everybody's gonna be in different places. Somebody might say, hey, let's take a break. Somebody might have said, hey, it's over. But I feel like you made the judgment call. Scorpio could definitely be significant as well. But regardless of whether you are starting over from a connection, starting over in a new location, starting over in a new job, you haven't gotten there yet, but this is you this week trying to find your way. Trying to find your way, gathering the information that you need to to turn things around in your favor. Gemini could be significant as well. Leo energy is here. Taurus and Aquarius, by the way. Any of those signs could be significant for you. But you got to get focused. You got to set some boundaries. So back to the general storyline, if this is not about love, then this is you pouring into your own cup. This is you making a judgment to do what you need to do for yourself and setting those boundaries. Putting some limitations and restrictions on the access that people have to you, or the time, or putting some limitations on the time that you put into other people, other situations, because you need to focus on yourself. And a good example of this would be, it makes me feel like, Virgo, you were at a point in your life where you were up here. Okay, like, okay, I got the job, I got the money, I got the house, I got the person, whatever the case is. Take it as it applies to you, Virgo. But I definitely feel like you were at a point where it was like, okay, I'm up here. So you never imagined having to start over. But here you are this week, looking into how to start over, to change the event of things for the better. Simple as that. Now your T came out with ego, flipping out in reverse. We got ego, vanity, and pride. Okay, so for some of you, this could definitely, it makes me feel like about a connection. You could have been connected to somebody who was all on themselves, all about themselves. But on a more general storyline, it makes me feel like you had to drop your ego and your pride, just as a storyline I just gave, where you may have been like, well, I'm up here, there's no way I'll be back down there. But for whoever it applies to, no tea, no shade, it looks like, yeah, you are having to start back down there. And that's okay, because I feel like the start over isn't you starting over in the same position where you were. For example, if you were already, what's a good example of this? This isn't like, oh, well, I already got my master's degree or my doctorate's degree in, I don't know, science, and I have to go back to school for science. No, you will step into a different path, something unknown, something unfamiliar, something new. Okay? Alarm going off. It's 3 p.m., y'all. But anyway, yeah, this is like something new. You have no other choice but to gain information, but to do the research, do the study, because it's uncharted territory. So I feel like you have to drop your ego. That's why I was going. You have to drop your ego and your pride. And I feel like by winter time, you will be back in a place, or be at the place where you feel like things are changing around in your favor. So give it some time. Give it some time. This is the moment for you to do the research, for you to learn, for you to gather, for you to be able to see everything for what it is. This is a learning. I think I said this to you guys before. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. So you may have to take 2 steps back to get 10 steps forward, but do that. We also have truth coming out and expression. And we also have on the bottom of that, spying, watching, and expressing. I feel like too, let me say this before I forget it, somebody may be watching someone online, or hopefully not stalking, but could be, to try to get the truth. It's like somebody doesn't trust someone here, so they trying to see what they got going on. Now you could be watching somebody, or somebody could be watching you, but that's definitely what that's giving. Yeah, you may not trust a masculine here. It feels like a feminine that doesn't trust a masculine. Or this could be someone's crazy ex too. Because at the bottom of the deck, I am seeing separation and longing. So somebody is missing someone here. Maybe that's why they watching you. And you may be like, nah, but I don't trust you though. I'm trying to get all the information I can get on you. I'm just saying. What's the advice for Virgo this week? So yeah, this is about love. It looks like you know, you back single. If this is not about love for you, then it's like still starting over in some area of your life. Well, you are going to have to go back to the drawing board. Well, not go back to the drawing board, but start over in a different way. And I see the interest there. I see you looking into it to do it, but you got to get serious. Listen to me telling Virgo they got to get serious. Y'all are very serious. Y'all are one of the most serious signs. But it makes me feel like it's something up here. It's something else going on. Don't overthink it. Just do it. What does Virgo need to know for this week? Spirit, please and thank you. New friends. Get y'all some new friends. Don't be bitter about the old friends, the old person, the old ex, the old neighbors, the old co-workers. New friends. It says, I am a good listener and I have interesting things to say. I can relax and be myself around new people. So it looks like this energy here is where you're gonna have to get out here and talk to people that you don't know, meet people that you know. As I was saying, this week it looks like you're gonna have to get out here and mix and mingle a little bit. Yeah, definitely. And these people may, be connected to your new beginning. They may have the information that you were in search of. I'm just saying, or they may be the answer to you getting over this other situation. All right, that's what I have for you, Virgo. Y'all have a good week. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.